Rice. He's got an opening. Rice, he couldn't go all the way. He's got one man to beat.
Chase Becker spins, hangs, complete. Broughton breaks through. It's a race to the end zone. Touchdown, Sioux. The Sioux strike first.
Used to be
On the road. Honkers back on top as Region 8 champions.
That's Ben Henig with a load of steam, and he bowls over.
One as Blake Burnstrom looks to go. Blake Burnstrom floating in midair for two.
Backdoor cut. Cheryl Hayes off the glass for two. There is Nesham. Wow, look at that shot by Addison Nesham. She's putting on a show. You think her heart is pounding? No way. The Lusitania Buffalo Bombers are headed to the state.
Quarter, 3 seconds, Simiano. No. Put back, no. The Kenmare Cowboys survive.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of GameDay Media, LLP, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent by GameDay Media, LLP. GameDay Media, LLP does not own the rights to the background music of this live stream. All rights belong to the music owners. No copyright infringement intended.
Today's GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, Both the Own Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Haugland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset, Tioga Ace Hardware, DA Land LLC, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Skin by Legacy, The Food Barn, Western Education Regional Co-op, North Shore Plaza PTO, Divide County Quarterback Club, Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, Red Rock Chevrolet and GMC of Williston, Investment Center Advisor Group, LPL Financial, Stanley Commercial Club, Modern Dental, Tioga EDC and Chamber of Commerce, Game 1, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome into GameDay Media here from Al Scherbenske Court in Kenmare, North Dakota. And welcome into our Border Plains Equipment pregame show.
My name is Randy Peterson. We're here tonight for a District 5 volleyball matchup tonight featuring the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers taking on the home team on the scoreboard tonight, the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. The Ranchers have been playing very good volleyball as of late. The Honkers dropped a match to the Tioga Pirates on Tuesday night, so they're trying to get back into the win column here tonight on their home floor. Again, my name's Randy Peterson. We're live. Welcome in and grab some popcorn, grab some beverage, sit down and enjoy the game. Welcome into the broadcast. We're going to send it back to James at the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. As we continue on, when we come back, we'll catch up with the two head coaches on our Lindsay Grocery coaches' comments. Lindsay Grocery out of Crosby, North Dakota, and a sponsor of our coaches' comments. So we'll send it back to James at the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. We continue on here with our Border Plains Equipment pregame show. Hey, and welcome back in here to our Border Plains Equipment pregame show and our Lindsay Grocery coaches' comments. Been able to catch up with Tim Wallstrom, the 38-year head coach of the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. And Tim, are you full strength tonight?
Yeah, we're pretty good tonight. We were a little worried because we had a concussion issue on Tuesday night, but she got cleared by the doctor. She never did have a concussion, so we're full strength.
So after that loss, kind of a heartbreaking loss to the Tioga Pirates on Tuesday, probably, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn type of situation. What did you learn on Tuesday night?
Well, I think we learned we have resilience, and we learned the importance of our setter. But, we're young, inexperienced. We're probably the most young and inexperienced team in the whole district. And so, I expected that we'd have some issues there.
And I know you've probably seen the Ranchers. I don't know if you've seen them or not, but what are you expecting out of the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers tonight?
Well, they always work hard. They hustle after every ball. They've got some height. They can hit the ball. So, and they're not going to back down one bit. It's going to be a dogfight.
Hey, thanks for the time, Coach. Good luck tonight. Tim Wallstrom of the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers will step aside. We'll come back with head coach Liz Inget after this timeout.
Lindsay Grocery is proud to be your locally owned and operated hometown store in Crosby, North Dakota. From fresh baked goods and crisp produce to our in-house smoked meats, we've got everything you need close to home. Stop in and experience the convenience and the friendly faces of shopping local again. We are open 7 days a week, and we look forward to serving you. That's Lindsay Grocery. Find us on Facebook for specials and updates.
Hey, and as we continue on here with the Lindsay Grocery coaches' comments here on our Border Plains Equipment pregame show, Liz Inget of the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers giving us a little bit of time here. Boy, you guys have been playing some pretty good volleyball as of late.
Yeah, we started a little slow. We've been a little bit more on a roll since our beginning.
Yeah, in the last two regular season games, you've won over the Divide County Maroons at the barn in Powers Lake, took down the Alexander Comets, and what are you expecting tonight from your team as they face the defending region champions from a year ago?
I'm expecting a fun game. Last year when we played them, that was probably our favorite game of the year. So they're ready, and it's always fun to play Kenmare because they're a good, solid team. And
I'll ask you the same question that I asked Tim. Are you full strength tonight? Anybody on the injured list?
We're full strength.
You're full strength. They're ready to go. The Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers and head coach Liz Inget. We'll be back after this timeout as we continue on with the Border Plains Equipment pregame show after this timeout.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural and equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit borderplains.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer.
At Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley, Featuring some of the best brands in the industry, such as Ashley, Lazy Boy, and Shaw Flooring, we have something for every room in your home. From furniture to flooring, outdoor living, mattresses, and decor, we truly have everything your home deserves. Shop our everyday low prices locally in store Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9 to 4, or shop online anytime at shopphf.com. For all things home, be sure to also follow us on Facebook.
Located in Powers Lake, North Dakota, the Country Store has what you need. From hardware to everyday essentials, including FR clothing, power tools, and even embroidery and screen printing. You can find most everything at the Country Store. There's always a friendly face willing to help you find what you need at the Country Store. Jared and Brenda invite you to visit them on Main Street in Powers Lake. The Country Store has been in business for almost 50 years. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Give us a call at 701-464-5434 today.
At Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley, featuring some of the best brands in the industry, such as Ashley, Lazy Boy, and Shaw Flooring, we have something for every room in your home. From furniture to flooring, outdoor living, mattresses, and decor, we truly have everything your home deserves. Shop our everyday low prices locally in store Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9 to 4, or shop online anytime at shopphf.com. For all things home, be sure to also follow us on Facebook.
How it's always been done isn't good enough. When it comes to your farm, your family, and your future, you deserve better. At Howland Insurance Services, we specialize in how insurance should be done. We creatively customize farm and ranch insurance to meet your marketing goals and minimize risk, providing the protection that you need. We help lessen your dependence on the bank and set you up for long-term success. Contact us today to build a brighter, more secure tomorrow.
At Work, the Western Education Regional Cooperative, we believe in collaboration to strengthen education across communities. We provide the tools and training to help you help your students succeed. Work brings learning to life with new opportunities. From teacher training to student success, the Work Center is working for you. We bring cutting-edge training in AI, instructional coaching, school strategic planning, and so much more. Learn more at workcenter.com. Let's go to work.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance, including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
Skin by Legacy Tioga opened doors February 2024. Skin by Legacy is a branch of the Minot location Legacy Health Clinic. Our goal is to bring big city conveniences to the rural and surrounding communities. We offer a number of aesthetic services and more. Skin by Legacy Tioga is open Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can find our link to book by Googling Skin by Legacy, by Facebook or Instagram, where you could book at either location. A healthier you starts here. Now accepting new patients.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by...
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Our paths are rarely clear-cut. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. No matter what it looks like, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Brevera Bank, Insurance and Wealth.
Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare has it all. The Cenex C-Store Plus Automotive Service and quality Napa parts. They deliver bulk fuel and propane. Now is the time to contract your rate and save on fall and winter propane. Find complete agronomy services with chemical, seed, and dry fertilizer, along with custom application services available from their fleet. And our Green Ag location in Mohall handles Forgo implements. That's Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare.
Looking for top quality groceries and ready to go meals? Visit The Depot, owned by Julie and Josh Bummer in Crosby, North Dakota. This specialty grocery store offers a wide selection of premium meats, including 100% ranch source beef from the Nelson Livestock Company, essential grocery items, and delicious pre-made meals perfect for any occasion. If you're planning family dinner, need something fast, or need a special order for an upcoming event, The Depot has you covered. Support local and shop The Depot in Crosby today. Find us on Facebook at The Depot LLC.
Hey, and as we come back here to Al Scherbenske Court in Kenmare, North Dakota, welcome into Game Day Media. My name's Randy Peterson. And as we take a look at our player profiles tonight, sponsored by Red Rock Auto, GMC Chevrolet over in Williston, North Dakota, we'll go down onto the Powers Lake side first and look at number 8 over there. That is, number 8 is Eastland Jensen. Jensen, only a sophomore for the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. She is a sophomore. She was our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game against the Divide County Maroons about a week ago. And Eastland has been proving a very good front row for the Powers Lake Ranchers. And we're expecting big things out of her for this game as well as the remainder of the season. That's Eastland Jensen, wearing number 8 tonight for the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers, only a sophomore for head coach Liz Inget and the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. That said, we're going to send it back to our studio. We'll come back. We'll go to the other side of the floor as we try to hunt down our player profile for the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers, number 18, Trista Keeley, after this timeout.
Looking for a powerful new truck at an unbeatable price? Then check out Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston. Right now, get behind the wheel of a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for just $499 a month. $499 a month. Or take home a GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab and save a massive $13,000 off MSRP. These trucks are loaded with performance, comfort, and cutting-edge tech, all at rock-bottom prices. Make your way over for a test drive today. Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960. D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oilfield companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-641-6065 628-1414. Your local Farmers Union Insurance agent. Located in Tioga, North Dakota, WHAM LLC and Dry Fork Supply are companies that specialize in gas flow measurement and equipment, along with a fully stocked oil field parts and supply warehouse in the Bakken. Give them a call at 701-664-9425 or stop by today.
Welcome to Stanley. Our local businesses have the home field advantage, a community where tradition meets progress. Discover the charm of our past and the promise of our future, a winning combination. Support local, shop local, and be a part of something special. Take the home field advantage at visitstanley.org and follow us on Facebook. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share.
As we take a look on the other side of the floor tonight, as we continue on with our Border Plains Equipment pregame show and our Red Rock Auto GMC Chevrolet Player Spotlight, we go to the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers side of the floor with number 18, Trista Keeley, a 6-foot sophomore middle hitter for the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers, one of the leading attackers for the Honkers with a total of 88 kills through before Tioga's game a week ago, or on Tuesday, excuse me. But she is all over the floor, gets a lot of minutes in, and they set her up. She's also a very good server, does a lot of blocking in the front row, and has 8 solo blocks on the season so far through the Tioga game. That is Trista Keeley, the 6-foot sophomore for head coach Tim Wellstrom and the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. We'll take one more timeout. We'll continue on as we wrap up our Border Plains Equipment pregame show after this timeout. We'll be right back.
Continental Resources is proudly independent and fiercely pro-American energy. American-produced oil and natural gas will play a critical role in America's and the world's energy future. So will we. We are deeply invested in our communities in North and South Dakota, Montana, Oklahoma, Wyoming, and Texas. Visit CLR.com for job opportunities. We are Continental Resources, America's energy champion.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you. At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
And as we bring it back here one more time here, continuing on with our Border Plains Equipment pregame show, Border Plains Equipment, located right off of Highway 2 in Stanley, North Dakota, your local Case IH dealer. Visit borderplains.com, your local for local inventory and to explore job opportunities. That is Border Plains Equipment in Stanley, North Dakota. And as we take a look at our country store starting lineups for the evening tonight, for both teams there, it is the country store located in Powers Lake, North Dakota. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Stop by the country store located on Main Street in Powers Lake. Visit with Brenda and Jarrett Van Burkham over there at the country store. And as we take a look at our starting lineups tonight, for the Ranchers, it'll be Adeline Bullinger, Caitlin Lindstrom, Eastlyn Jensen, Kaylee Nelson, Ava Bullinger, and Allison Nelson for head coach Liz Ingot. And for the
You'll go first, mister.
And for the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers, it'll be Kenna Offworth, Kylie Offworth, Charlotte Breckus, Taylor Offworth, Krista Keeley, Amaya Baptiste, and Makaya Jensen for head coach Tim Wolson. We'll turn it over to our announcer, the Al Scherbenske namesake, for the introduction of our national anthem, as well as our country store starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I would welcome you to varsity volleyball action. Tonight's game featuring our guests, the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers and the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. At this time, I would ask you to please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
The game if you have an opportunity.
Now I have the pleasure of introducing all of tonight's participants. First of all, introducing our guests, the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. Number 1, Ellie Jensen. Number 2, Adeline Bullinger. Number 3, Caitlin Lidstrom. Number 4, Heaven Lee Trujillo. Number 6, Abigail Nelson. Number 8, Eastlyn Jensen. Number 9, Kaylee Nelson. Number 11, Ava Bullinger. Number 12, Laken Fredrickson. Number 13, Lydia Oakes. Number 16, Kara Fredrickson. Number 17, Allison Nelson. The Ranchers are coached by Liz Ingot, assisted by Marissa Nordloff. And now introducing the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. Number 2, Kenna Offworth. Number 3, Kylie Offworth. Number 4, Kelby Syme. Number 6, Charlotte Breckus. Number 11, Avery Sieg. Number 12, Taya Offworth. Number 17, Cami Knutson. Number 18, Trista Keeley. Number 21, Marley Lotveit. Number 25, Amaya Baptiste. Number 32, Makaya Jensen. The Honkers are coached by Tim Wallstrom, assisted by Faye Alexander, Jackie Rockerman, and Sierra Overton. Tonight's officials, Tate Haskins, Jessica Beal.
And there you have it, the Country Store starting lineups as presented by the Floor's namesake, Al Scherbenske. Again, taking a look at that Country Store starting lineups, Adeline Bullinger, Caitlin Lidstrom, Eastlyn Jensen, Kaylee Nelson, Ava Bullinger, and Allison Nelson go for Liz Ingot. And for the Honkers, it'll be Kenna Offworth, Kylie Offworth, Charlotte Breckus, Taya Offworth, Trista Keeley, Amaya Baptiste, and Micaiah Jensen for head coach Tim Wallstrom and the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. Both teams getting their final huddle in here before the evening starts here tonight. Again, we're live here from Al Scherbenske Court in Kenmare, North Dakota. It's our privilege to be courtside tonight. We do not have a scoreboard tonight. And we will just let you know what the score is throughout the evening, as we're not getting our unit to respond to the scoreboard down here tonight. But there's more important things to be done, including playing of this game. And it's volleyball match number 2 here of this week for Game Day Media. Last Tuesday night we were down in Tioga as these same Kenmare Bowbells Honkers took on the Tioga Pirates. And the Honkers were up to a match point. Tioga eventually came back in set 3 to claim set 3, won set 4, and took the match in set 5. But here's your Northwest Therapy Services opening serve as the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers have it, and they bring it across. There's Allison Nelson hitting the ball hard from the middle. Now on the outside, it's Offworth, and it's going to be tipped. Nope, they say it's out. So the first point of the night goes to the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. They're out quickly 1-0 here in this opening set of this best-of-5 match. Ava Bullinger serves for the Ranchers. Now on the outside, it's brought across there by number 2, Kenna Offworth. But there's another point put down by number 3 for the Ranchers, Caitlin Lidstrom. And so they're out 2-0 here in this District 5 matchup. Again, my name's Randy Peterson. Welcome into our broadcast here tonight. As there's another good serve. Brought across there by Jensen, or Breckus, excuse me. Now from the middle, Nelson pushes it to the corner as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. And Nelson finding the open space on defense, putting it down for the third point of the night for the Ranchers as we're back live again. Bullinger continues to serve. This time goes to the right side of the floor. They're going to pass it up front to Taya Offworth, and you don't want to get in front of those too many times as it knocked Kaylee Nelson to the floor off the kill by Taya Offworth. And we take a look at that RTC Networks again with a lot of authority, and it's going to be Kenna Offworth serving for the Honkers. They're going to set up the middle again, and Taya Offworth puts that one down for her second consecutive kill point. 3-2 now as the Honkers climb to within 1. Kenna Offworth continues to serve, and that ball's going backwards, and now we're all tied up at 3-3. Take a look at that North Dakota Score Feed app. You can stay up to date with all the action that's going around the state of North Dakota tonight. And we're thankful that the North Dakota Score Feed app is here tonight with us. And if you haven't done so already, you can download that free North Dakota Score Feed app and stay tuned to all the action going across in the sports of volleyball, football, hockey, basketball. And we just use that a lot here at Game Day Media. It's just a great little app, and we encourage you to download it free of charge on your local app store. 5-3 now as the Honkers have scored the last 5 points. Kaylee Nelson brings it across for the Ranchers. Up front here is number 25, Baptiste, a state champion wrestler for the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. And this time the ball goes off the arms of Trista Keeley, the sophomore for Kenmare Bowbells, and it's going to be a 5-4 game as we have our first substitution of the night. It'll be Lakin Fredrickson checking in. A short serve dug out there. Brought across there by
Offworth, and this time the hard hit by Eastland Jensen ties up the match at 5-5. Again, we don't have a scoreboard app available here tonight. For some reason, it's not responding, and so we will let you know what the score is throughout the broadcast as another point put on the board for the Ranchers, and they take the lead again at 6-5. Nelson goes to the corner. It's off the arms. Take a look at that one, off the arms of Trista Keeley. And another point on the board for the Ranchers here. Last touch by Keeley. And it goes out of bounds, and that point goes up. Seven to 5. Off the, there's a miss hit by the Ranchers, and the score is 7-6. As the Honkers get it back, and it'll be Kylie Offworth, the freshman, serving, and that's an ace. A Tioga Ace Hardware ace located in Tioga, North Dakota, the helpful place. Find them on Main Street. Order online, pick up at the store, download the Ace Hardware app. That's Tioga Ace Hardware, located on Main Street in Tioga. As we're trading service errors, it's the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers 8 and the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers 7, as it is Nelson serving for the Ranchers. And there it's put down by Taya Offworth to tie up this match. So we take a look at that instant replay again, sponsored by RTC Networks. They set up Taya Offworth, the senior, for the Honkers. You can't do that and expect to have any success. Here's Jensen with the hard hit. Taya Offworth goes off the rafters, and it's last touch by the Honkers, and so the score now is the Ranchers 9 and the Honkers 8, as we have another substitution for Powers Lake Burke Central. It's Ellie Jensen, a sophomore, coming in for head coach Liz Inget. There's a service error by Jensen, and we're all tied up at 9-9. Again, want to make mention of our premium sponsors here this season: NCC, based out of Ray, North Dakota, as well as RTC Networks, based out of Parshall, North Dakota. NCC is our scoreboard sponsor, and RTC Networks is our instant replay sponsor. So thank you to NCC and RTC Networks for your premium sponsorship here on Game Day Media. There's some misplay there and miscommunication by the Ranchers, and the last 2 points have gone to the Honkers. It's 11-9 now, as Baptiste continues to serve for the Ranchers. Off the net, it goes up into the rafters, and that's another point put on the board for Kenmare Bowbells. 12-9 on your NCC scoreboard now. There, the ball is out of bounds. Last hit the antenna off the arms of Kenmare Bowbells, and so that point awarded to the Ranchers. It's 12-10 as number 2 for the Ranchers, Adeline Bullinger, the freshman, comes in to serve for the Ranchers. 12-10 on your NCC scoreboard. Here's a set on the outside. Ava Bullinger, she goes cross court. Dug out there in the back row, and now sent to the front row. Keeley brings it across. Block point by Trista Keeley, our Red Rock Auto GMC Chevrolet player spotlight tonight, as she puts a point on the board for her Honkers on that last touch point. Kept alive here now. Up front, it is Trista Keeley again with the big swing, as it is now 14-10. That short serve, that's a service error by number 6, Charlotte Breckus. So that puts a point on the board for the Ranchers. It's 14-11. High, lazy serve, and that's an ace by Kaylee Nelson. And your score now, another point for the Ranchers, 14-12. Kaylee Nelson, a senior for the Ranchers. Another short serve. And not picked up there by the Honkers. And it's a 1-point game. And we have a substitution coming in. It'll be number 3 for the Ranchers, Caitlin Lindstrom, replacing Ellie Jensen. 14-13. Back set to Offworth. She goes to the corner. Well placed by number 2, Kenna Offworth, just in front of the out-of-bounds line. It's 15-13 in favor of the Honkers here in set number 1. Nelson brings it across. Now up front on the outside, the outstretched arms, and not playable by the Ranchers, and so another point on the board, 16-13 in favor of the Honkers. So they lead by 3 here on your first set of 5 in this best-of-5 match. Nelson pushes it to the back row, picked up by Keeley. Watch all the action. Here's Taya Offworth trying to put that one away. And it's outside the antenna. So another point on the board for the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers, 17-13. And right now we have a timeout on the floor. We're going to take one as well as we send it back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. Tioga Medical Center, trusted healthcare right here in Tioga. To find your provider, schedule an appointment, or pay your bill, visit tiogahealth.org. You're watching Game Day Media, back after this timeout.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by...
Since 1952, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake serves Burke County and the surrounding areas with a full suite of financial services. We are committed to being your bank of friendly service. Liberty State Bank, FDIC insured. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
We'll bring it back here out of that Nesset timeout. Nesset, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Talk to us about our custom business packages at Nesset, now hiring. Visit nessetconsulting.com. 17-13 out of that timeout. Up front, here's Taya Offworth. Another big swing by the senior Taya Offworth, and another point on the board for the Honkers. 18-13 now. The Honkers leading by a handful. Here in set number 1 as Keeley serves for the Honkers. Pushed across, kept alive by the Honkers. Now on the outside, they go to the back row with it. Kaylee Nelson picks it up. Blocked by the Honkers off the back of Ava Bullinger, and that's another point for the Honkers. 19-13. As Keeley with the serve. Nelson with the big hit, and another big block point there by the bigs up front for the Honkers, and it's 20-13. As we take a look at that RTC Network's replay, Nelson hits the ball hard, but a better block by the front row. And there is an ace by the Honkers, and right now the momentum definitely on the Honkers side of the floor. 21-13 as the Honkers wearing their white jerseys today. And there is another kill by Taya Offworth, and they're going to their bread and butter. The Honkers are 22-13. There is a net service error, so a point for the Ranchers as Ava Bullinger sets back into the server's row from the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. And the senior puts it in play for the Ranchers. Back set over to Kenna Offworth. She brings it across on the free ball. Now it's going to be off the arms as the Honkers unable to catch up with it. Another point for the Ranchers. It's 22-15 here in set number 1. Off the net. It's got to come over, and it does. Now here's Nelson hitting the ball hard. Another block point by the Honkers. Going to be hard to go through them. Got to go around them. 23-15. The Honkers with the lead as Baptiste checks back in for the libero for the Honkers. And that ball's off the net, pushed across by Lidstrom. Now on the outside, it's Baptiste, and Baptiste with the kill, and it's going to be set point. 24-16 in favor of the Honkers as Kenna Offor serves. And that ball is out of bounds. Last touch by the Ranchers, and that is the final score of set number one. The Honkers take set number one, 25-16. We'll step aside. We'll go down and see if we can figure out that scoreboard. We'll be back after this timeout. Come back with our Bank of Tioga set number one recap. You're watching Game Day Media.
Game 1 powers your team, business, and community with athletic apparel, uniforms, company gear, and event apparel. Featuring screen printing, embroidery, and the brands you trust. Game 1, the brand behind your brand. At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga, or shop online at acehardware.com. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com.
Hungry? Head to the Food Barn in Powers Lake. Open Monday through Saturday with daily lunch specials, a full breakfast menu, and don't miss Taco Tuesday on the last Tuesday of every month. Try Michael's Alfredo Pasta. It's a local favorite. Come on down to the Food Barn, where good food meets great company. And welcome back in here as we take a look at our Bank of Tioga set number one recap. The Honkers got down early in the set, but they battled back, and led by senior Taya Offorth was able to take set number one here, 25-16. The Northwest Therapy Services opening serve of set number two by Ava Bullinger and the Ranchers. Allie Nelson brings it across. And there is the ball that's out of bounds. Last touch by the Honkers. Northwest Therapy Services with locations in Williston and Ray, North Dakota, providing speech and language therapy and much more. Check out nwtherapyservices.com. 1-0. One to nothing. As they block Taya Offorth this time, we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. And it is 2-0 in favor of the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. Nelson with a little free ball brought across by the Honkers. And there that point goes to Kenmare. 2-1 now on your NCC scoreboard. Here's a ball hit into the net by Eastland Jensen, and that ties the matchup at 2-2. And it's 3-2 now for the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. They're up by one. Nelson brings it across for the Ranchers as the Honker is unable to bring it across, and it's 4-2 now, or 3-3, excuse me, 3-3. The Ranchers have tied up this second set as Lake and Frederickson will check in for head coach Liz Inget. Nelson, Lakin unable to bring that one back into play, and it's a point for the Honkers. 4-3 now on your NCC scoreboard. As Jensen tries to put it in the corner, Baptiste there. And now the Honkers unable to get it across, and we're all tied up at 4-4. Nelson, low serve to the net. From the outside, Taya Offworth brings it across with a big hit. Now here's Jensen bringing it across with another big hit for the Ranchers. Two teams hit the ball hard. Jensen brings it across to the middle. Offworth puts that one down, and that'll be worthy of an RTC Networks instant replay. 5-4 now. Lydia Lukes into the game, brings it across. And it's 5-5. That last point awarded to the Ranchers. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Ranchers as the Honkers take the lead by 1, 6-5 here in this tight second set. Six to 6. Trista Keeley goes hard from the middle. Slowed down by the Ranchers and brought across, but this time it goes out of bounds. Last touch by number 6, Abigail Nilsson. And the Honkers now lead by 2. Seven to 5 now. As the Honkers keep it alive. Great hustle there by the Honkers as the point awarded to the Ranchers. 7-6 now. The Ranchers with the last point. I think the Honkers were called under the net. 7-6 as Adeline Bullinger serves up front. Here's Keeley going to the middle. Now from the middle, Ava Bullinger. Last touch by the Honkers. And we're all tied up at 7-7 here in set number 2. Seven to 7 now. Tipped across by Trista Keeley. Into the corner by Kenna Offworth. And Kenna, well-placed hit, and it goes to the Honkers. 8-7 now. The Honkers leading by 1 here in set number 2 after taking set number 1, 25-16. Keeley off the arms of Ava Bullinger, and it's now 9-7 in favor of the Honkers. As Lukes brings it across from the middle on the outside, it's kept alive there, well placed by Kenna Offworth. dancing along the line there under the net. 9-7. And that's going to be off the arms of Allie Nelson, and the Honkers have hit double digits with a 3-point lead. They lead 10-7. There's a ball that's hit into the net by number 6, Charlotte Breckus, for a service error. So it's 10-8. As Kaylee Nelson for the Ranchers will check in for head coach Liz Inget, along with number 3, Caitlin Lidstrom for the Ranchers. Trailing by 2, 10-8 on your NCC scoreboard. Short serve there by Nelson. Now it's Offworth bringing it across from the left corner. Bollinger does the same from the left corner for the Ranchers. And there is another kill as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. It is 11-8 as Kenna Offworth able to put that one down. Trista Keeley now serves for the Honkers, and that's off the arms of the back row for the Ranchers, and it's 12-8. As the Honkers starting to spread this out a little bit. Lead by 4. Up front, Ava Bollinger from the right side now goes back to her left corner. But there is another kill by the all-region volleyball player from a year ago, Taya Offworth. We call her the aircraft carrier. Everything kind of centers around her, and boy, is she a good volleyball player. She is fun to watch. She also knows where the hoop's at in the basketball side of things. Probably a pretty good softball player, too. I think she was all-region softball player. So when God was handing out talent, Taya was in the front row. 13-9 as the Ranchers get the serve back. Trailing by 4, it's Ava Bollinger serving. That's beyond the end line off the arms of Kenna Offworth, and it's 13-10. Hey, what a kill there by Taya Offworth. 14-10. Tim Wallstrom has been at this job for 38 years, both teaching and head coach for the Kenmare Honkers, Bowbells Honkers. He graduated 11 players and every one of his statisticians from a year ago. And not too long ago, they were receiving votes in the latest North Dakota volleyball poll. So that's a real feather in this program up here in Kenmare as the Honkers put another point on the board. It's 15-10. Hey, back in the corner there by Lidstrom as we take a look. At that RTC Network's instant replay. 15-11 now as Caitlin able to put that just inside the back row line, and it's 15-11 as Lakin Fredrickson in to serve. Blocked at the net, kept alive there by the Honkers, but it hits the floor. Another point for the Ranchers. 15-12 now for the Ranchers as Fredrickson continues to serve. Dug out there out of the back row, brought across by Keeley with the free ball. Now it's Lakin Fredrickson is set over to Jensen, and Jensen mishits. And that point goes to the Kenmare Honkers, Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. Good play there by the Ranchers. They keep the ball alive as Offworth goes to the corner. Dug out there by Kaylee Nelson, now brought across by Allie Nelson. Now here's a back set to Breckus. Back to the corner, dug out of there by Jensen. Now up front to Offworth, and she mishits from the middle. 16-13. The Ranchers with the point off of that good volley. Back to the corner, nobody home for the Ranchers. Well placed there, and it's 17-13. Good court presence by the Honkers on that last precise hit. (17-13) as Lydia Lukes tries to find that black hole. Brought across by Lydia again as Trista Keeley goes wide with that last kill attempt. And that point goes to the Ranchers. 17-14 now. The Ranchers get the serve back, and it'll be Heavenly Trujillo serving. And we have a substitution as Ellie Jensen will check in for head coach Liz Inget and the Ranchers. Ranchers trail by 3, 17-14. Back row dig by Nelson, now brought across here by Ava Bullinger. And there, the last touch there on the floor by the Honkers, and it's another point for Kenmare Bowbells. They lead 18-13. Up front, Keeley with the big swing from the middle, but it's too deep, and it's 18-15 now. As (18-15) as Lydia Lukes tries to put it down. And there's another point for the Ranchers as they're climbing their way back into set number 2, 18-16. Bullinger tries to bring it across, but blocked there by the Ranchers and kept alive somehow by the Ranchers. Up front, here's Keeley. And that hit by number 6, Charlotte Breckus, is too deep. And just like that, the Ranchers have scored the last 3 points to climb within 1. Set over to Ava. Punched across by Lydia Lukes for the Ranchers, now brought across there by Breckus. Charlotte on the outside. Kenna Offworth unable to bring it across, and just like that, we are all tied up here in set number 2, 18-18. (18-18). As that serve goes out of bounds. So an easy point by the Honkers. We're having a sub coming in for the Honkers. It's number 17, Cami Knutson, a junior, coming into the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Gets the ball in play. On the outside, it's Lydia Lukes bringing it across. Keeley there, now pushed back row. Offworth probably could have let that one go, but they keep it alive. And this time it goes out of bounds, and we're all tied up at 19-19. Souris Valley Dental Group, located in Minot, North Dakota. Dr. Jerry Kenson, Dr. Kevin Broderson, and Dr. Grant Neal. Visit SourisValleyDental.com to schedule your next appointment right there in Minot, North Dakota. 19-19 as Kaylee Nelson serves for the Ranchers from that Souris Valley Dental Group service line. And we are ready to play here as Kaylee Nelson. And there's still some question about the score desk, but we're ready to go. 19-19. Kaylee with the serve, short serve. Wow, Allie Nelson from the floor keeps the ball alive for the Ranchers as Keeley gets slowed down by the Ranchers. There's a diving Ava Bullinger as well. Keeley with the hard hit, and that's another point as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. Keeley able to put that down from the middle. 20-19 now, the Honkers, the first one to 20 here in set number 2. As the serve goes back row, dug out there by Trujillo. Now it's blocked at the net, kept alive by the Ranchers. Bullinger brings it in. Kaylee Nelson brings it across from the middle, and it's going to be a point for the Ranchers, 20-20. As Ava Bullinger, the senior for the Ranchers, goes back to serve. Good serve comes across. On the outside, it's Taya Offforth, block there, double block. And there is a point for the Ranchers as we take a look at that one again from your RTC Network's instant replay. Good job by the Ranchers keeping that ball alive. The Honkers unable to play it. And just like that, the Ranchers take the lead by 1, 21-20. And there's a miss hit by the Ranchers, and we're all tied up at 21-21. We do have our NCC scoreboard back up. Appreciate our tech support back in Tioga. Thank you, David. As the ball last touched by the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. And it's 22-21. The Ranchers lead by 1 here in set number 2. As Laken Fredrickson comes in to serve along with Abigail Nelson checking in for head coach Liz Inget on this rotation. Ranchers lead by 1. Not sure what the discrepancy is, if there is one down at the scorer's desk, but we have 22-21 on the scoreboard. And Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club supporting the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers as well as the Ray Powers Lake Outlaws here in Powers Lake. Another Game Day Media sponsor. Punched across there from the outside. Now here's a set to Eastland Jensen, and Jensen again with a miss hit, and it's 22-22. Kylie Offforth serves for the Honkers as Nelson puts a whooping on that ball from the right corner, and the lead goes to the Ranchers at 23-22. Take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. No return by the Honkers as Lydia Lukes checks in for the Ranchers. Allie Nelson continues to serve, goes back row, and that's an ace. It is 24-22, and it's set point here for the Ranchers. Kept alive by the Ranchers as Jensen goes out of bounds. 24-23, uncharacteristic errors by Eastland Jensen here in this set. Gives the serve back to Taya Offforth and the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. Tried to punch it across. Laken Fredrickson unable to do so. And it's now tied up 24-24 here in set number 2. Short serve by Taya Offforth. Wow. 25-24. It'll be set point for Heavenly Trujillo and the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. They lead 25-24. The knuckleball comes across. Set to the outside. Keeley brings it across. from the left corner. Here's Bullinger trying to put it away. Honkers there. Now Baptiste brings it across. Brought across there by Ava. Now a set to the middle off the fingertips of Lydia Lukes, and we're all tied up 25-25. And it's Baptiste Maya serving for the Honkers as Bullinger unable to bring it across. Boy, that was I think the Ranchers wish they would have had that one back. 26-25. The Honkers have set point with Baptiste serving. The serve is in. Bullinger will tap it across, keeps it alive. Now from the net, nobody home for the Ranchers, and the point, or for the Honkers, excuse me, it is 26-26. And it is number 6, Abigail Nelson, serving for the Ranchers. Low serve, just clears the net. Bumped across. Back row kept alive by the Ranchers. Nelson with the push. And well played there by Kylie. Offworth now back onto the Honkers side. From the outside, it is a point for the Honkers. 27-26. Again, set point here in set number 2 for the Honkers as they got to win by 2. It's 27-26. Slowed down there by the Honkers front row. Back row attack. It's going to be Taya Offworth. Too heavy on that hit. 27-27. Getting our money's worth here. And now we're going to have a timeout on the court. We'll take a short timeout as well. You're watching GameDay Media. We'll be back after this Nesset timeout.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Otheon Boutique carries a wide variety of women's clothing as well as permanent jewelry. Shop in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
As we bring it back here to Al Scherbenske Court, gives us a chance to thank the Divide County Quarterbacks Club, established in 1971 for the purpose of helping and supporting the Divide County Maroons up there in Crosby and the Divide County Quarterback Club. The Tioga Pirates Booster Club, located in Tioga, strong supporters of the Tioga Pirates as well as the Williams County Firestorm. And up here in Kenmare, North Dakota, Faith Baptist Church with Pastor Mike Fraunfelter. And there's a service error by the Ranchers, and it's 28-27. Set point, Faith Baptist Church. Pastor Mike Fraunfelter invites you to church at 11 o'clock, Sunday school for all ages at 9:45. Each and every Sunday, that's Faith Baptist Church in Kenmare. From the middle, Nelson unable to bring it across, and the set is finally over. Your final score in set number 2, it's the Honkers coming from behind and winning 29-27 to take a 2-0 lead here in this best-of-5 match, and I think the Ranchers think they let that one go. We'll be back with set number 3 as we come back. You're watching Game Day Media.
For the healthcare services you need and expertise you can trust, it's right here at home with Tioga Medical Center. You're important to us, and so is your well-being. From primary and specialty care to surgical services, we're committed to caring for you at every stage of life. There's no place like home with trusted, familiar faces.
You can trust me. You can trust us.
You can trust Tioga Medical Center.
Trusted healthcare here at home.
Voted a top 20 critical access hospital in quality, our trauma center is ready to handle all your emergency needs with our acute stroke ready certification and full lab and radiology department. Our physical, occupational, speech therapy providers are available for all your rehab care, and our family practice clinic provides a variety of care including well child and child immunization. Psychiatric care is available by telehealth, and mental health is available in person. Schedule an appointment by calling us at 701-628-2505 and find us on our website at stanleyhealth.org. Montreal County Medical Center, here to help you throughout a lifetime.
As we bring it back here out of that end of the second set, the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers coming from behind to take the set in extra innings, 29-27 over the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. This set recap brought to you by the Bank of Tioga, with 2 convenient locations in Crosby and Tioga, North Dakota. Do more with your money at the Bank of Tioga. So the Ranchers' backs are up against the wall. They're down 2-0 as we get ready to play set number 3. Again, my name's Randy Peterson, and we've had a busy week, and we'll have an even busier day tomorrow as we will have 3 football games for you to watch tomorrow. We'll be over in Stanley for the Bishop Ryan Lions taking on the Stanley Blue Jays. Join me and Heath Hetzel on the call over there with a kickoff set for 7 o'clock, 6:30 pregame show start. David Peterson and Noah Fredrickson will be over in Ray for the Ray Powers Lake Outlaws hosting the Tioga Pirates. And Titus Stenberg and Ross Sundin will be down in Watford City for the Grand Forks Central Knights taking on the Watford City Wolves. Down at Fred Fridley Field tomorrow evening. That game's set to go on the air at 6 o'clock with their kickoff, an early start for the Wolves and the Knights tomorrow. We're all tied up at 1-1 here to start set number 3. Northwest Therapy Services, our start of our third set with locations in Williston and Ray, North Dakota, providing speech and language therapy and much more. Visit nwtherapyservices.com. And that last point goes to the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers as they take the lead here in set number 3. And there is a short serve by Kenna Offworth. And she's just got a little smirk and frustrated with herself on that last serve. As Lake and Fredrickson will check in for the Ranchers, along with Abigail Nelson for head coach Liz Ingot and Powers Lake Burke Central. It'll be Fredrickson at the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. All tied up here in set number 3 as the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch there by Taya Offworth as the Ranchers take the lead by 1 at 3-2 as Lake and Fredrickson continues to serve. And there is a point awarded as the Honkers are called in the net. 4-2 now. The Ranchers lead by 2 here in set number 3. If you're just joining us, my name is Randy Peterson. Welcome into our broadcast. Allie Nelson brings it across. The Ranchers are down 2-0 against these Honkers from Kenmare Bowbells. They're defending region champions from a year ago, as we're now in a new 3-class system in volleyball. And Game Day Media is proud to report that we have been selected and have been awarded the rights to broadcast the Region 3 tournament down at the Minot Auditorium in November, starting on November 10th, 11th, and 13th. We are just excited to be able to bring you all the coverage from that region tournament as Jensen goes wide with that last hit, and it is now a lead by the Honkers at 5-4. So we've purchased exclusive rights for that regional volleyball tournament from the Minot Auditorium, and we're looking forward to covering in the new 3-class system the region tournament, Region 3 tournament. 5-4. Taya Offworth goes back row. Ava Bullinger from the back row with the roll. Keeps it alive. That ball is going to be too deep. And it's now 5-5 as the Ranchers tie this up to get the serve back. And it'll be Lydia Lukes checking in for Kaylee Nelson to play front row for head coach Liz Ingot and the Ranchers. Allie Nelson goes with the serve. Back set to Taya Offworth. She goes to that corner and is able to find an opening there on the defense. And it's an easy point for Kenmare Bowbells. They lead by 1. And now we're going to have a substitution again for the Honkers as Taya Offworth getting a little break, and they'll bring in Cami Knudsen. Knudsen is a junior, stands 5'9", goes back to the Service Valley Dental Group service line, and that serve is short. And that's an easy point for the Ranchers. 6-6 now. As Heavenly Trujillo serving for the Ranchers. Trujillo is a junior, plays libero for the Ranchers. Outside set to Keeley. Allie Nelson there as Bullinger goes back row with it. Jensen sends it to the front. Pushed across by Baptiste. Good balance there by Baptiste. Keeping herself in play as the ball last touched by the diving Taya Offworth as the Ranchers take the lead by 1 at 7-6. Trujillo goes with a serve, punched across there by Breckus. Now up front, Ava Bullinger goes out. Jensen there for the dig. Now up front to Baptiste. Blocked. Can the Honkers catch up with it? They do, and it's brought across there by Jensen. Good play by the Honkers. From the middle, Keeley. They say it's out of bounds, and that is a point for the Ranchers as they take the lead now, 8-6, a 2-point lead for the Ranchers. That ball was just outside the line. Jensen now over by Offworth. Baptiste brings it across here. Lukes with the point. And it's a 3-point lead for the Ranchers at 9-6. Good play here by the Ranchers trying to keep this set alive as they're down 2-0. But lead this set number 3, and a miscommunication there between Offworth and Baptiste. And it's 10-6. You could find us on our Game Day Media YouTube channel at Game Day Media ND for all free coverage of our broadcasts here this season. 10-7 now. That's Game Day Media ND. You can also find us on our Facebook page at Game Day Media, where we post interesting facts, including our players of the game, players of the week, our schedules, where we'll be. Lots of information there, as there's another hit by Nelson, and it's 11-7. The Ranchers take another 4-point lead, as it'll be number 2, Adeline Bullinger, checking in for the Ranchers, and head coach Liz Ingot serving with a 4-point lead. Back row. It's got to come across. Nelson from the back row does that. Now here's a set to the middle. Slowed down, but the Ranchers unable to come from behind and keep that ball alive. It's 11-8 now as the Ranchers get the serve back. And it'll be number 6, Charlotte Breckus, serving for Kenmare Bowbells. Jensen from the front row. To the middle again. Keeley tries to dump it over. Honkers catch up with that. Now here is Offworth again, tried to go with the left hand, unsuccessful, and it's another 4-point lead, 12-8 for the Ranchers as Kaylee Nelson and Caitlin Lidstrom check in for the Ranchers. On this rotation, Kaylee goes back to the service line. Short serve, dug out there by Breckus. Kept alive there by the Ranchers. Now they're going to set up the middle, a little bit far from the net. It's Keeley with the roll. As Allie Nelson takes a good swing at it, slowed down by Keeley. Ball client stays on the net for a little bit as the Honkers unable to pick up the third hit, and it's 13-8 now for the Ranchers from Powers Lake Burke Central with a 5-point lead. Short serve. Breckus goes to her knees. Now Keeley brings it across, tries to find that opening on defense as Bullinger goes back row. Offworth there for the Honkers. Keeley just wide with the hit, and it's a 6-point lead now, 14-6. Biggest lead of the night here for the Ranchers, coming in set number 3. Keeley this time with the big swing, and that one's out, and it's 15-8. You can probably see the scores rolling across the bottom of your screen with the North Dakota Score Feed app. We'd encourage you to download that free app. Just go to your app store, download North Dakota Score Feed. Stay tuned with all the action across the state of North Dakota. As another point on the board for the Ranchers. And with that, head coach Tim Wallstrom seen enough. He wants to talk about it. We'll head back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. This is a Nesset timeout. We'll be back after this short timeout.
Nesset is here to provide services to the oil and gas industry. We have a fabulous, fabulous geologic jackpot right here in North Dakota. And what we are doing is providing and developing this resource to be used for years, decades, and generations to come. I look forward to a great future right here in Tioga, North Dakota.
As we come back here to Al Scherbenske Court in Kenmare, North Dakota, gives us a chance to thank the North Shore Plaza PTO. Let's go Wildcats. And they're a new sponsor this year for Game Day Media, the North Shore Plaza PTO. Again, the Tioga Pirates Booster Club supporting the Williams County Firestorm and the Tioga Pirates, and the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club supporting the Ray Powers Lake Outlaws, as well as the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers down over there in Powers Lake. And there's a block at the net, but the ball lands on the Powers Lake side, so that stops the scoring streak out of that Nesset timeout. It's now 16-9. Pushed across by Allie Nelson. Now from the middle, Offworth with the big swing and point. As we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay, perfect set by the Honkers, giving Taya Offworth a chance to spike that one down for their 10th point of the set. They trail by 6. Kept alive there, good play there on the outside by Kenna Offworth. Now back onto the Honkers side as Trujillo picks that ball up in the back row for the Ranchers. Ball hit into the net by the Ranchers, and it's 16-11. Bullinger unable to get it across, just couldn't climb the net. And so the last 4 points have gone to the Honkers as Keeley continues to serve. trailing by 4, 16-12. Kylie Offworth brings it across. Up to the middle, Nelson with the big swing, but a bigger block by the Honkers as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. 16-13 now as Keeley back at the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Big hit again by Allie Nelson, only a sophomore. Back set to Abigail. What a dive there by Trista Keeley. Now back onto the Ranchers side. Here's a set to Nelson. She goes to the corner, dug out, kept alive. We continue to play on. Up front, Offworth with the big swing, slowed down at the net. Ranchers got to get it across, and they do. Good volley here. Another set to the middle. Tap point by Taya Offworth for the 14th point as we take that instant replay again, sponsored by RTC Network's instant replay. Keeley serves for the Honkers, now trailing only by 2. And now they only trail by 1, 16-15. Trista, a sophomore. There, the Ranchers get the point back and the serve back with a kill by Ava Bullinger at 17-15. As Bullinger now goes back to the service line. Wow, what a good play there by Abigail Nelson. She had to do everything, stretched it out to the best of her ability and kept that ball alive with the left hand and was rewarded with the point for her team, 18-15. Up front, here's Jensen hitting the ball hard. Good to see that from her if you're a Rancher fan. Allie Nelson brings it across. They're going to set up outside to Kenna. Now on the outside, here's Jensen again, bringing the ball over from the left side. There's Offworth with the kill. Good set, and the point awarded to the Honkers as number 2, Kenna Offworth goes back to serve. That one's trouble as Lidstrom goes into the protective umpire's padding, and it's 18-17. And just like that, the Ranchers have let the Honkers back into this. They led by as many as 8 at 16-8, and now it's 18-18. There is Offworth going to the corner, last touch by the Ranchers, and just like that, it is 19-18. Timeout on the floor, we'll take one as well. We'll be back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. You're watching Game Day Media.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, Dad.
Can you hang out with Grandpa for a bit? I'm down in the barn.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll be up there in a bit.
RTC Network's capture cameras. Keep an eye on what you care about.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brian and Eric Johnson with Investors Advisor Group at LPL Financial are here to ensure the success of our clients. We can help you meet your financial goals. Give us a call at 572-3246 to arrange an appointment today.
As we come back out of that Nesset timeout, it's another point on the board for the Honkers, and it's 20-18. Ranchers down. As they keep it alive, they can't pull it out of the stands, and it's 21-18. The Honkers need 4 points to sweep the Ranchers here on their home court at Al Scherbenske Court in Kenmare, as Kenna Offworth, the freshman, serves for the Honkers. And here's the ball slowed down by Baptiste. Now from the middle, the roll by Taya. A set on the outside. That's Eastland Jensen with the big swing. Jensen goes back row. Taya puts that down for another Honker point. It's 22-18. It's Taya Offworth leading the charge from behind. They were down 8. Now lead by 4. Only 3 points away from sweeping. Joust at the net, kept alive there by the Honkers, and now back on the Rancher side. Here's Nelson. Another chance. Good rally here. Nelson goes back row, and it's 23-18. Honkers need 2 as Kenna Offworth continues to serve. There is another point, and it is going to be match point for the Honkers as they have stormed back down 16-8 and now lead 24-18. Match point for the Honkers as they go out of bounds with the serve. 24-19. So there's still life as Lake and Frederickson will check in for the Ranchers. Frederickson serves, short serve, and now it's going to be almost pushed across, but it's 4 hits. No, they didn't stop play. Thought it was 4 hits. Oh, okay. Back row, Keeley. Baptiste goes cross court with it. Now it's Abigail Nelson on a diving Jensen, and the point awarded to the Ranchers. 24-20 as Lake and Frederickson continues to serve for the Ranchers. Serve is in. Up front, here's Taya. Slowed down by the Ranchers' front line. Over to Baptiste, and Baptiste goes to the back row, and that's it. Your winning point by Baptiste right on the line. As we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay, the Honkers storm back to take set number 3 and win this District 5 matchup tonight, 3-0. We're going to head down to the floor here at Al Scherbenske Court. We'll catch up with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, along with our Lindsay Grocery coach's comments by head coach Tim Wallstrom after this timeout. You've been watching GameDay Media. Stick with us for our post-game show sponsored by D&L Paraffin. Back after this timeout.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics, as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
Based in Williston, North Dakota, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated is a veteran-owned and managed company. Busy Bees services include water hauling, hot oil services, capstring flushes, and much more. Busy Bees will approach any job, no matter how large or small, with 100% safety and commitment. We pride ourselves on giving back to the community that has given so much to us. Looking for the perfect career? Consider Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated. Find them at busybeeshotoilinc.com or give them a call at 701-572-9303 today. Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
Do you find yourself driving to the bank each week, writing too many checks each month, paying too many fees? As a business owner, you have a lot to worry about. Don't let banking be one of them. Contact the Bank of Tioga to explore how we can simplify your banking experience and empower your business to reach its full potential. Our team is committed to providing you with seamless banking experience tailored to your business needs. From digital banking solution to personalized support, we are here to help you thrive. The Bank of Tioga banks businesses, and we are here for you. Imagine if you had more time for what really matters. Do more with your money at the Bank of Tioga, member FDIC.
Hey, and as we come back here and wrap things up here from Scherbenske Court in Kenmare on our DNL Paraffin postgame show, I've been able to catch up with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. That's senior, the lone senior for the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. And Taya, I don't know if you've ever counted up how many sets you've played in your career, but you've been playing a lot of volleyball, haven't you?
Yeah, for sure.
And you got a lot of teammates that you've played with in the past and now kind of setting the tone for some younger players, trying to cultivate that and keep this program going, right?
For sure. I've had great teammates all through my career, and, you know, it's just always fun to play with new girls.
Yeah. And so one of the things, you didn't get too crazy. I mean, it was 16-8. You were down in the third set, stormed back, and, you know, you kept your composure. The team kept your composure, and Tim Wallstrom made one timeout, which is kind of rare sometimes for Mr. Wallstrom, but called a timeout. What did he say in the timeout?
He said that we got this and he believes in us, and that we just need to get a down ball and get the ball back, because once we get the ball back, then we're back in our momentum. Hey,
this is a good one, folks. All-region player. It is Taya Offforth, the lone senior for the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. Congratulations, Taya, and good luck to you for the rest of the year. Yep. We'll step aside. We'll catch up with head coach Tim Wallstrom after this timeout. Continue on with our DNL Paraffin postgame show with our Lindsay Grocery comments after this timeout.
This Game Day media broadcast is brought to you by
TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lack provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
At St. Luke's Medical Center, we care for our community with compassion and excellence. We are proud to be named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the nation. You can count on us today and tomorrow. Call now to schedule your next visit.
Hey, and as we continue on with our Lindsay Grocery coach's comments here from Scherbenske Court in Kenmare, head coach Tim Wallstrom of the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers has given us a few minutes. And Tim, you know, you started out pretty convincing with wins in the first and second sets. The Ranchers come back, got some momentum. You were down 16-8 in that third set at one point in time, but then you called a timeout, one of the rare timeouts called by Coach Wallstrom. What did you say to the girls in that timeout?
Well, I don't like to make a lot of unforced errors. Yeah. and so that's what I stressed, not to make so many unforced errors. And then, you know, let Taya take over, you know.
Well, she did take over, and, you know, you come back from 16-8 to win 25-20, and, you know, Taya providing a great bit of leadership for this new team that you basically have, with graduating out 11 players from a year ago, plus all your stats. And, you know, what can you say about this young team?
Well, they are hustle every play. They're so athletic. A lot of times they make these errors that are technical errors that older team would know, but they can make up for it because of their athletic ability. So.
Well, this young coach, 38-year head coach for the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers, going into the National Hall of Fame on June 30th. Congratulations from GameDay Media. Thanks for the time, Tim. The Honkers win 3-0. We'll step aside. We'll continue on as we wrap things up here in our DNL Paraffin postgame show after this timeout.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by
TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lac provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
At St. Luke's Medical Center, we care for our community with compassion and excellence. We are proud to be named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the nation. You can count on us today and tomorrow. Call now to schedule your next visit.
Tioga makes taking care of your family easy with the convenience of finding your dentist, insurance agent, and bank all on the same street, and the luxury of having them all know you by name. And just minutes away, you'll find excellent schools and comprehensive health care. Everything you need to look, feel, and live your best is right here in Tioga.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by, located in Tioga, North Dakota, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated is a proud supporter of the Tioga Pirates, supporting the Bakken with hot oil and water hauling services. For your service needs, call our dispatch office at 701-664-2016 today.
Modern Dental, with offices in Tioga, is here for all your dental care needs. Doctors Amber Wentz, Eric Melland, and Christian Melland provide trusted care for the whole family. We're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4, and accepting new patients now. Modern Dental, your smile, our priority.
D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oilfield companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin.
Hey, and as we come back here and wrap things up from Scherbenske Court in Kenmare, North Dakota, a good match here tonight, even though the Honkers swept the Ranchers 3-0. The Ranchers let that one, especially set number 3, get away from them as they held a 8-point lead at one point during set number 3 and ended up losing 25-20. Set number 1 going to Kenmare Bowbells 25-16. A tight set in set number 2, 29-27, and your final set 25-20. All winners by the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers for a 3-0 sweep. And as we take a look at what we'll be doing tomorrow, as we bring up our schedule for tomorrow, we'll be going to Stanley for the Bishop Ryan Lions at the Stanley Blue Jays. That scheduled to kick off at 7 o'clock. The Tioga Pirates will travel over to Ray, as the Ray Powers Lake Outlaws will host the Tioga Pirates over at the Glen E. Severson Field in Ray, North Dakota at 7 o'clock. And then I believe it's a 6 o'clock start tomorrow for the Grand Forks Central Knights versus the Watford City Wolves, the number 3 Knights coming into Fred Fridley Field to take on the very hot Watford City Wolves, winners of their last 2 games over the Williston Coyotes, as well. Anyway, they've won their last 2 games. It's the other one is Wahpeton, Williston. Now they play their third game in a row at Fred Fridley Field against the Grand Forks Central Knights tomorrow with Titus Stenberg and Ross Sundin. Thank you to my production crew here tonight. James Myers running our board tonight. On our camera is Aaron Griffin. And on behalf of all of our sponsors who all make this all possible until tomorrow night, my name's Randy Peterson. Once again, your final score here on Game Day Media. It was the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers defeating the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers 3-0. Good night, everybody. Travel safe. We'll see you tomorrow night here on Game Day Media.
Tonight's Game Day Media broadcast was brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, O'Theone Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Hougland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset, Tioga Ace Hardware, DA Land LLC, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Wham! LLC and Dry Fork Supply, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Skin by Legacy, The Food Barn, Western Education Regional Co-op, North Shore Plaza PTO, Divide County Quarterback Club, Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, Red Rock Chevrolet and GMC of Williston, Investment Center Advisor Group, LPL Financial, Stanley Commercial Club, Modern Dental, Tioga EDC and Chamber of Commerce, Game 1, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.